Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In this video, we are going to learn about dictionary type in Python, and we'll also learn about various operations that we can perform on dictionary, like accessing the value from dictionary, updating the dictionary, and deleting the dictionary element, and properties of dictionary key. That is, duplicate key are not allowed in dictionary, and key must be immutable. That is, it should not be modifiable, and we can use string, number, and tuple as dictionary key, and we cannot use something like this for key. Okay, so along with this we will also learn about various built-in function that is available for dictionary. Okay, so let's begin to write a code. Okay, so we will write code with the help of Jupyter Notebook that we have installed with the help of Anaconda distribution. So here we have Jupyter Notebook launch, and we can create new notebook from here, and you can give the name that you want and save it. So for this video, what I have done is I have already created a notebook with required code. So we will go through each of these code one by one. So I am opening this notebook, and here I have all the required code. So dictionary is a collection of key value pair. So here basically, if you see here physics is key and value is 65, and another we have again math is key and value is 80. So dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. So if you see here, each key and value are separated by colon, and each item is each pair is separated by comma. Okay, so each pair is separated by comma, and key and value are separated by colon, and it must be placed between this open braces and close braces. So curly braces has to be there in case of dictionary. So here we have record dictionary, and next dictionary we have is a DCT, which has one as the key and value as the Dharmendra. Similarly, we have two as the key and value as the Amar, and then another key we have a job and value is professional. So you can have key as string or number. So let's run this cell and see what we are getting. So here what we are doing, we are printing this dictionary. So it has printed this content of this dictionary, so which is physics 65, math 80, chemistry 56, and so on. Okay, now let's see accessing the value from the dictionary. So here physics is the key. So in this case, what we are doing, we are using this key to access the value. So when I say record of physics, in this case what will happen, it should give me value 65, because for this key this is the value. And similarly from this dictionary DCT, I am giving key as a 1, so it should give me value of Dharmendra. So let's run it and see what we are getting. So if you see here, we are getting 65 and value as Dharmendra. If you change this value, like if I give here 2, then it should give me Amar. So let's run it. So if you see here, it's giving me Amar. Okay, so this is how you can access the value from the dictionary. Now let's see updating the value from dictionary. Okay, so here we'll see two things. First thing, what we are doing in this record, if you see here, we are accessing the, basically we are changing the value of math, that is for key math. Now I am changing it to 92, and and then I am printing it. Next thing what I am doing is I am changing the value of this history key, and then I'm assigning the value as 68. But if you see here, this 68, basically this history key is not there in this dictionary. So what will happen, we are trying to modify the value for a key which is not present in the dictionary. So what will happen, now let's run and see what is happening. Okay, so if you see here, here if you see here for math, now we have value 92. Earlier it was 80, so we have modified it and changed it, so it has become 92. And here what we have done is we are trying to change the value of the key which is not present. So if the key is not present, then at that time what will happen, it will get added into the dictionary when you perform operation like this. Okay, so if you see here, this history key is been added to this dictionary because it was not present, so it is been added. Okay, this is the behavior of dictionary. Okay, this thing is to is that we deletion of elements from the dictionary. So if you want to delete particular record from the dictionary, you can use the key for deleting it. So here what we are doing, from this record we are deleting this history key. So what will happen, this entry will get deleted. Okay, so and this is deletion of single element. If you want to delete entire element, at that time you will, when you say clear, basically what it will do, it will delete entire entries, all the values will get deleted. And this delete record, it means delete the entire record. It will, along with the values, it will delete entire object itself. Okay, so now let's run it, and then we'll try to print after deleting this. So let's run this and see what we are getting. Okay, so if you see here, first we have deleted history and then we are printing it. So if you see, we have got the output as this one. So history, if you see, the entry history is not there. So what has happened, it has been deleted. Next what we are doing, we are clearing the record. Basically we are deleting all the entry. So what we have got is empty dictionary, means all the elements are deleted. Next what we have done is we have deleted the entire record, means along with the values we are trying to delete the dictionary itself, and then we are trying to print. So what has happened, since we have already deleted this dictionary, here it says while printing it, it says dictionary, the name record is not defined. This is because we have deleted entire dictionary along with the value. That's why it's giving me this error. So if you comment this line of code and perform the operation from the first, then you will not get this error basically. Okay, next thing we have is getting the length of the dictionary. So if you want to get how many elements are there in the dictionary, you can use this length function and you will get it. Another is to that, if you want to convert this dictionary into a string, so you can use this str function. It will convert the dictionary into a string. Okay, so you can use that as a string. Okay, so now if I run and see what is the output, so here we are getting length as 5. Basically we have 1 2 3 4 5 entries, so we are getting 5, and then we are getting the dictionary, but this dictionary will be in form of string, because when you say type and then when you try to get after conversion type, then let's see what it is giving. Okay, it says it is error. This is the error because we have missed a parenthesis. Now let's run. So if you see, it says class str because this str will convert the dictionary into a string. Okay, so another function that we have a copy. So if you want to create a duplicate or copy of a dictionary, you can use this copy function. So if you see in this case, if you say, if we run this, we are getting the replica of the dictionary, this dictionary that we have. Basically we are creating a duplicate copy from this and storing into another dictionary and then using it. Okay, next function we have is from key. So what it does is it create a dictionary from the given key. So what I have done is we are telling that for these many key create a dictionary. So when you say from keys, so it will create a dictionary which will have these many key, and by default for each of these key none will be assigned. So another thing that you can do is you can assign a some value to this each of these entries. So in this case what we are doing, for for this key we are creating a dictionary and then we're assigning the value 10 for those keys. So let's run and see what is the output. So in this case if you see, first time we have created a dictionary with just keys, but default values will be none. Next time while creating it, what we are doing, we are giving the value as 10 for all the keys. Okay. So this is how also you can create a dictionary. Okay. Next thing is to, like, suppose if you want to get a particular value for a key. So if you want to get the value, like if you want to check what is the value for this, so at that time you can use this get function which will give you the value for a particular key. Okay. Another thing is that you items, so this function will give you all the entry that are there in the dictionary. So basically this is one entry, this is another entry, and this is another entry. So this will give you all the entries, basically all the items inside a dictionary. And this key function will give you all the key that are in the dictionary. That basically this physics is the key, math is the key, and chemistry is the key, and C program is the key. So each key pair is separated by colon, where first entry is key, then value, then key, then value. Okay. And this value will give you all the value that are there in this dictionary. So here we have 65, 80. Okay. Another function we have is a update function. So basically what you can do, you can update the dictionary with the some other dictionary. Basically you can add some entry in another dictionary. So you can add one dictionary to another. So now if you run this and see the output, you hear first time what we are getting is 65, because for physics it is 65, value is 65, for keys physics 65, and then dictionary items are, if you see here, one item, second item, third item, like that we are getting all the entries. And here for this we are getting all the key printed. So if you see, all the keys are present. And next we are getting is getting all the values, basically all the values are printed for this. And next what we have done is we have updated this record, we have added some more entry in this record with the help of this update function. So what we have done, we have updated this record with the entry in this DCT. So basically the entries are this. So this means these values are added. So if you see here, along with these values we have these values also, basically these entries are also there. So if you add some more entry to a dictionary, that is you want to add a contents of a dictionary to another dictionary, you can use this update function. Okay. So along with that you can also use range, basically iteration. You can use for loop over the dictionary to iterate over the all the items in a dictionary. Okay. So we'll see a one use case. Basically I have written a script for my real-time use case where I have used dictionary along I have used various concepts, but here dictionary concept is also used. So here what was requirement is that I have a file, and from that file I have to read some value and I have to convert into a JSON format. So while when you want to write data into JSON formats, at that time we have to give the input as a dictionary. So basically I am using the dump function of this JSON. So what I have to give, I have to give a dictionary as an input. So what I am doing over here, if you see, I am creating a dictionary. Basically I am doing some processing and then I am creating a dictionary. So where if you see longitude, this is a key and this is a value that I have calculated here. and again another key and value, and then so what I'm doing, I'm creating a dictionary. And then finally, if you see here this event list, this is also a dictionary, because all the entry what I am doing, first I am creating a location dictionary, and then I have a list. So this is a list. In this list I am again inserting all those dictionary, and then again from this list I am creating a dictionary. So basically here there is only one key and there is only one value, which is a list, and this list in turn is a list of dictionary. Okay, so here I had to use dictionary because this JSON requires a input as a JSON, basically dictionary element or object. Okay, so this is one use case. If you want to see the output, let's run it and see the output. This JSON file, if I open it, so if you see here, this geolocation list is a key, and this list is a values. In turn, this list has again multiple dictionary. This is one dictionary, this is another dictionary, and each dictionary has this longitude as a key and this as a values, where if you see the values are getting changed and key are same, but there are multiple entries. Okay, so use case like this you can use dictionary, and there will be multiple scenario, like if you want to create a record of students, in that case for each student you can maintain a key as a user number, and the values their records like marks and attendance, all those things you can use as a values, and then as a key you can use their user number. Okay, so for such situation where you have to maintain a key value pair, you can use dictionary. So this is all about dictionary. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button.